if your modem can't do it.
I can't get my $300.
Look, he don't understand how it works.
I can't get my
Miguel know how it works. Miguel.
I can't get my $300.
You know, it's business, it's the office. I enjoy it because this is what I love to do. You know, I've been boxing since I was 7, which is pretty much all I know. Got myself as a complete fighter. There's pretty much nothing I can't do in the ring. I can fight going forward, I can fight going backwards, I can fight going side to side, I can box, I can counterpunch, I can slug it out, I can switch from orthodox to southpaw effectively.
I can't obtain my $300 if your modem is incapable of it. He don't comprehend how it works. McGill is aware of how it operates. McGill, I am unable to get my $300. It's business, it's the office, and I love it because this is what I love to do. See? I've been boxing since I was a child, so practically everything I know about myself as a complete fighter is that I can fight forward, backwards, side to side, box, counterpunch, slug it out, and switch from orthodox to southpaw effectively. Terence Crawford's training for a fight against Canelo Alvarez is more than just showing up to the gym. It's a masterclass in discipline, accuracy, and strategy. Every training session is planned with the sole objective of being at his best when the bell rings. The energy is electric from the moment he enters the gym. Crawford's training is centered around sparring, so he was laser-focused on the task at hand. Crawford's crew brings in sparring partners who mimic Canelo's style. Because of his infamously heated sparring sessions, which frequently resemble mini wars in the ring, sharp counterpunches, relentless pressure, and a strong, aggressive style are characteristics of fighters. As Crawford practices his timing and tests his capacity to slip punches and counter with precise counters, each round is a contest of cunning and stamina. These exercises are cerebral struggles that hone his intuition and decision-making skills. In addition to physical preparation, watched by fire when he's not sparring, on the MS, Crawford spends hours honing his craft. His coach uses these sessions to mimic actual fight situations, forcing Crawford to use combinations that take advantage of any weaknesses in Canelo's defense. There is constant back and forth, as Crawford takes criticism and makes small tweaks to improve his technique. Whether it's one crushing body blow or a quick succession of hooks and uppercuts, each punch has a specific function.
Me, around in the ring, I visualize everything because anything can happen. You know, what would I do if I get hurt? What I do if anything bad was to happen? You know, I visualize it all.
I've visualized anything while I'm in the ring because anything may happen. You know what I would do if I were hurt. You know what I would do if something awful happened. Particularly when facing a competitor like Canelo, who is renowned for his ring IQ and ability to cut off the ring, all footwork drills are crucial.
10, 1, 2, push, 3. I don't think anybody has seen Terence Crawford in his prime. I don't think he's in his prime yet. He's really growing into his body as far as maturing, you know, building more muscle, growing into that 147-pound frame.
The speed and accuracy of Crawford's footwork enable him to control the pace of a fight and create openings, transforming the ring into his domain. He spends hours honing his lateral movement, twisting and angling to stay one step ahead. Nobody, in my opinion, has witnessed Terence Crawford at his best. He isn't at his prime yet, but he is definitely maturing and gaining muscle mass in that 147-pound body. Crawford's training shows that he practices slipping punches, rolling underhooks, and blocking combinations with precision. His head movement is sharp and unpredictable, a skill that has frustrated opponents for years. Crawford's preparation heavily relies on conditioning, Every defensive drill focuses on staying elusive, making his opponent miss and creating opportunities to counter. Boxing requires more than just skill.
Drive it. Drive it. Time!
It also requires the endurance to keep up a high level of performance for 12 exhausting rounds. By the time Crawford enters the ring, he is a well-tuned machine that can maintain the relentless pace for which he is renowned. His training consists of intense interval drills, explosive plyometric exercises, and exhausting endurance circuits that mimic the demands of a fight. Drive time. Crawford also spends a lot of time researching Canelo's past bouts with his team. They break down his trends and seek for patterns or habits that could be used against him. They examine every move, from how Canelo builds up his power shots to how he defends against various types. According to Combat Tazo, Crawford's meticulous approach has made him one of boxing's most formidable fighters. He knows that every ounce of preparation will be tested, and if his training is any indication, he's ready for the challenge. This strategic preparation is just as important as the physical training, ensuring that Crawford enters the ring with not only a plan, but also a deep understanding of his opponent. Every session is about building the perfect balance of power, speed, endurance, and strategy. Talksport.com stated that after separate meetings with Saudi boxing chief Turki Al-Shikadi over the weekend of the Ring Magazine Awards in London, rumors of a possible fight between two of the greatest fighters of the era are circulating. Mexican boxing legend Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford have decided to fight in Las Vegas this September. Alvarez has decided to fight in Las Vegas this September. Crawford has previously said that he would move up 2 weight classes to 168 pounds in order to fight Alvarez. Alvarez, 34, has an outstanding career record of February 2nd, 62, and holds world titles in 4 different weight divisions. He is well known for defeating Gennady Golovkin in a high professional trilogy in 2011, and most recently entered the ring in September to defeat Edgar Berlanga by unanimous decision. Crawford, 37, has a perfect 410 record and has won world titles in 4 different weight classes. In his most recent fight, which took place back in August, he defeated Israel Madamo by a unanimous decision, earning the WBA and WBO interim light middleweight titles. It looks like Canelo Alvarez has opened the door to a lucrative showdown with Terence Crawford. Meanwhile, William Skull claims that his camp has been approached about a fight for unification, and David Benz's name has been floated after Canelo refused to face Skull, who was denied the IBF title. Alvarez has now spoken up, and the fight that fans want to see is against the 37-year-old American Crawford. He told Ring Magazine that there's always a chance there, but there's always a chance there. Here to make the best deals. As Alvarez stated, a substantial payout would be required to convince Crawford to face the dangerous southpaw, but Turki Al-Shik is keen for the fight to happen so fans can fulfill their dream. Crawford has won world titles in 4 different weight classes, ranging from light middleweight to lightweight. Before 2025 ends, Alik has identified 5 fights he wants to see. Naturally, I want to see Chris Eubank Jr. take on Conor Benn. When discussing Fran fighting, Tyson Fury stated, "I want to see Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford and Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia." Alexander Usyk has stated that he wants to fight 1 or 2 more fights, so I would like to see the rematch. He will wait for the February card. In an Instagram live video after Canelo's decisive victory over Berlanga, Crawford has been blasting the Mexican Yo Turkeys ever since. He stated, "Tell them we're going to go for Canelo next." The camera then shifted to Alik, who said, "Yes, let's go." "Come on, Canelo, we're prepared." Canelo Crawford is the largest boxing match, but we keep prepared so we don't have to get ready, Crawford continued. "You heard it from him, so just put me in the game." Although the American has stated that he is willing to leap up to 168 pounds to secure a catchweight, Canelo and Crawford may meet at a catchweight. I would say the duel. Terence Crawford, meanwhile, has spoken for the first time since it was reported that a fight with Canelo Alvarez had been agreed upon. The fighters' recent clashes have given them newfound energy and hope as the year has begun, which has fueled rumors that a showdown may finally occur in the months to come. Following a recent meeting between Crawford and Canelo and Al-Alik of Saudi Arabia, indications indicate that an agreement has been reached, paving the way for a high-stakes match. Following rumors that the battle was finalized, Mecca Battle Bud broke his quiet on social media to declare his undying belief in winning, saying, "IMA startled the world by watching. I had it in my back pocket the entire time. The best is still to come. Crawford's victory over Canelo would undoubtedly surprise a lot of people, considering the difficult task of moving up 2 weight classes, from 154 to 168 pounds. Crawford, who moved up from 147 pounds to the super welterweight division only once, previously won the undisputed welterweight title after defeating his longtime opponent Errol Spence Jr. Meanwhile, promoters are working together to arrange the biggest and best matches in the globe, putting politics aside. Numerous high-profile bouts have occurred during Riyadh season, a significant Saudi entertainment event, at stadiums in the US and the UK, including Wembley. A league will spearhead an effort to host more significant events. On February 22, the year's first major event will feature the eagerly awaited rematch between bearer Bev and Bivol, in addition to thrilling bouts between Daniel Dubois and Shakur Stevenson. Turkey should increase the pressure and demand that Crawford defeat David Benavidez in order to get the lucrative Showdown gate. Terence the opportunity to take on Benavidez first and prove that he is deserving of a chance to succeed King Canelo. It is looking like that kind of unfair matchup. Since this is probably going to be one-sided and, worse, boring, especially if Crawford follows Mayweather's strategy from his 2013 fight with Alvarez, I'm merely crossing my fingers that Turkey will provide it at a discount on PPV. Ryan BAC McIntyre, Crawford's trainer, has previously attested to, if they follow that plan as strictly as BAC proposes, viewers will witness a torturously boring show that will be the epitome of visual torment. They will use the same approach, box move, and clinch Canelo all night long. Everyone who believes in ardent boxing fans knows that Carr can defeat Canelo, and they also anticipated that Bud would defeat Spence. This is really easy. All you need to do is understand boxing to be able to predict that he will enter and fulfill his duties efficiently, all day long, and it's so much easier.
Everybody that believes in hardcore boxing fans, they know Crawford can beat Canelo, just like they knew Bud was going to beat Spence. This is real simple. It's real simple. You just got to know boxing in order for you to be able to say that. Hey, Terrence gonna get in there and do what he needs to do, perform.